Hello again everyone, this is Man on the Edge. This time I'm going to be looking at my Jimi Hendrix stuff. Mostly CDs, but there's a few DVDs as well, and a book / CD at the end. Let's get into it. This is Cherokee. This is in a tin. It's not the best Jimi Hendrix collection. It's all those obscure tracks like Bessie May and Voice in the Wind and things like that. I just got it for the tin mainly. It's quite a cool thing to own. It comes on like a foam pad inside there. It's not just rattling around inside. There's another one called Whipper, but I've just got the Cherokee one. So there you go, that's that. Next up we've got the LA Forum concert. This one was quite what's the word? The crowd was quite boisterous. I think the police had to be called at one point. The crowd was going a bit crazy. Not sure what the reason was. I think it was, Vietnam was going on at the time and all that. And drugs and all the rest of it. So not too sure what the story was there, but it's an interesting listen. Good sound quality on that one as well. So that's that. Next up, Axis Bolder Than Love. It's the original album, and then I think some demos, is it? Rehearsals. There's that one. Next up we've got the PPX recordings. I think it's 6 discs. You can get these in dual cases, but this is the cardboard sleeves, all in one set. You can get them all individually in dual cases, but that's not sure if it works out more expensive or what, but this is the one I got. Some good stuff on there. There's a good version of Day Tripper on there somewhere. It's a good set to own, that one. Next up, Flyer, still factory sealed. So I've not listened to this one yet, but from what I've heard about it, it's sort of rough rehearsals for the Woodstock concert. Not professionally recorded. It was recorded at just a house, I think, on Jimi's tape recorder. It's on the Polygap label. So that's that one. Next up we've got the Berkeley 1970. It's a 3-disc set. That's also on the Polygap label. That's also factory sealed as well, not been opened yet. This one, also factory sealed on the Polygap label. It's Newport 1969. So that's that one. These ones, I'll show you this one first. It's in the studio. It's just rehearsals and mix, different mixes and things like that. This actually is part of a multi-disc set that I've got in the pile, and I'll show you that when we get to it. But before I got the 10-disc set, I started to get them individually, and this is obviously one of those. So there's that one. And next up we've got the same series but different volume. Yeah, they're quite good. They're quite interesting to listen to, Next up, the Guitar Legend. This is just, I think it's like an unofficial greatest hits type thing. Just standard studio versions, although I think they may be slightly different, some of them, I'm not too sure. I've only listened to that one time, I think. I just need to move that Cherokee tin because it's making all the other discs fall over. Okay, next up we've got the New York concert with Jim Morrison and I think Johnny Thunder, but I've heard that it might not be him. So there's a bit of discrepancy about who the third guy on the stage was. It's definitely Jimi Hendrix and it's definitely Jim Morrison. 1968, The Scene Club. Jim Morrison is Completely Wasted. It's got a good version of Tomorrow Never Knows. And I think Red House. I think Red House is on there. My eyesight's terrible. But that's a very common concert to get. You can, you see that all over the place. It comes in various different cases. You see it repackaged as, other things. It's a well-known bootleg recording. I think Jimi recorded it himself on a tape recorder on the stage. This one's called The Rarest Series, and I'm not too sure where the concert is from. It's one concert, and it doesn't say on the cover where it actually was recorded, which is a bit strange. But yeah, it just says The Rarest Series, but it might be maybe Belgium or Copenhagen or somewhere. It's like Sweden. It's somewhere in Europe. So yeah, that's that one. Next up, Smash Hits. It's a very well-known album that most Hendrix fans would be familiar with. It's a greatest hits type thing. Not much to say about that one. It's just the standard studio versions. And then these next few have all got the Royal Albert Hall recordings on them from February, I think 24th, 1969, if my memory is correct. So that's that one. That's all the Royal Albert Hall concert. Brilliant sound quality on it. And as Hendrix fans will be aware, there was a bit of dispute over who actually owns the rights to it. So this is quite a common recording. It's been put out on various different, unofficial CDs, including this one. It's called The Total Experience. It's all Royal Albert Hall stuff, and some of the songs that were, I think some of them were also on that Cherokee set that I showed you at the beginning. I like the artwork on this one, it's nice and psychedelic. These next two are from, there's a 4-disc set called the Jimi Hendrix Story. It comes in a slipcase, but I've only got 2 of the discs. And yeah, same again, Royal Albert Hall stuff and mixture of these early tracks. I think they may be with, not sure if they're with Curtis Knight or something. You have to be careful with, there's so many unofficial Jimi Hendrix albums. It's a bit of a minefield because they repackage them. It's the same recordings, but it's a bit confusing if you don't know your Hendrix stuff. And this one's called Purple Haze. It's got a picture from the Isle of Wight concert, I think that's from, but it's not the Isle of Wight recording. It's I think it's the Albert Hall. And yeah, some of those early tracks. That's the first lot. Next up, we've got People, Hell and Angels in the book. One of the more recent Hendrix albums. There's another one called Both Sides of the Sky that I'm meaning to get. I haven't got it yet. So yeah, that's that one. Next up, Rainbow Bridge. This has been recently released on Blu-ray and maybe CD as well, I'm not too sure, but this is the older version. 2 discs. Good concert, obviously. Good sound quality. Next up, we've got Voodoo Child. That's a mixture of live tracks and studio tracks. It's a good set to own. It's kind of a greatest hits, but a few different versions thrown in for good measure. Next up, we've got Valleys of Neptune. That's a good set. That's obviously an official release, and it's the version of Sunshine of Your Love on there, which has just literally started on the CD that I'm listening to. Yeah, good set to own, that one. Comes in a like a digipack. Next up we've got studio recordings. It's on the Radioactive Records label. It's not part of that in the studio set, it's a different collection, but it's the same sort of thing, studio demos, rehearsals. Next up, Driving South. It's another good one. You can see the track listing there. And then from the same set, or from the same series, I guess, from the same record label, The Summer of Love Sessions. There's the track listing, if the camera's in focus. There you go. Next up we've got the Isle of Wight concert. I've actually got the DVD and 2 disc set of this. This is the older version, it's just 1 disc. This came out first. There's a more complete version that I'll be showing you later at the end, or towards the end. Berkeley, 1970, May the 30th. So yeah, you saw the 3-disc Berkeley set at the start. This is the more official version of that. I don't think that other one was maybe. I'm not sure if it was unofficial, that first 3-disc set. The Polygram label, there's a bit of dispute over whether it's, you know, legal or not. It's kind of a grey area. But this one's the official one. One of the more famous Hendrix concerts there. Next up we've got the Astro Man set. I think it's 6 discs. Unfortunately mine's got this big barcode right across Jimmy's face on the front. It's right on the cardboard as well, so I haven't even tried to peel it off because it'll probably rip and make it worse, but it's a good set to own. All rare versions. The writing's probably too small for you to see there, but it's a good set to own. Next up we've got the Fillmore set. Factory sealed, not been opened. 5 discs. Just classic Hendrix stuff there from the Band of Gypsies period. I mean, that Band of Gypsies album is just brilliant. Every song on it's great. This is the 10-disc version of those studio tracks that I was telling you about earlier. I've not got a wrapper that is big enough to fit around this box, but all the albums come in these cardboard sleeves. I got a good deal on this. This goes for, I've seen this go for like £150–200. I think I paid maybe like 30 quid for it at some point. So yeah, that was a good buy. It's probably my favourite Hendrix set that I've got. That it's brilliant set to own. Okay, so next up we've got Tube Screaming. It's a bit of a strange one. This it's like a greatest hits, but it's not, you know, you're not your standard tracks. Next up, The Biggest Square in the Building. That's just it's a bootleg. It's an audience recording, but it's a factory press disc, and it's a good concert. Not the best sound quality, but it's definitely worth a listen. Same with this one, another bootleg. Also, all these are factory press discs. I don't buy CDRs. I probably say that every video, but yeah, if the CDRs, I'll tell you. So yeah, that's that one. It's got a rare track on there called, I think, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, maybe UT, spelled UTEE. And there's a good version of Little Miss Lover on there as well. That was actually the very first Hendrix bootleg I ever bought, that one. Maybe even the very first Hendrix CD I ever bought. Okay, next up, Electric Ladyland. Classic Hendrix cover there. All Along the Watchtower, and just every song is brilliant on that album. Next up we've got Fire. This is on the Entertainers label. It's another bootleg. I'm not sure where it was recorded, this one, but it's good sound quality. It's a good CD. Nice picture of Jimi on the front. Next up, South Saturn Delta. That's another official one with Jimi on his motorbike on the front. There's the track listing. Next up, Monterey Pop Festival. I've got the DVD of this as well. This has been there's different versions of this as well. I've seen, I think, at least 2 other official versions of it. I think the more recent one is the longer version. Next up we've got Winterland 1968. There's a big Winterland box set that you can get. This is just 2 discs. Another good sound quality one there. Another soundboard concert, or soundboard recording. I think that's the one with, it's got like a Rolling Stone on it, maybe. Yeah, like a Rolling Stone. It's a good version on that. Are You Experienced? Another classic official Hendrix album there. Not too much to say about that one. You'd be familiar with, obviously. This one, it's the Band of Gypsies album, but it's a bootleg version from Italy. It's identical. When you play the CD, it's the same as the official one, but it's a pure bootleg from Italy. It's got a nice picture of Jimi on the front there, and there's the track listing. Next up we've got the Axis Outtakes, 2 discs. BBC Sessions. This is a highly recommended album. If you haven't got this and you like Jimi Hendrix, this would be a good place to start. It's got all the great, well-known tracks and a few other nice surprises on there. This is similar to that one, but it's just 1 disc, and this came out first. This is Radio 1. Day Tripper. I think Day Tripper's on both of those. Both these BBC Radio ones. Again, it's like a greatest hits, but live versions from the radio sessions that they did. That's a good one. Next up we've got First Rays of the New Rising Sun. That's another good one. All Hendrix is good. Even bad Hendrix is good. You know what I mean? I even take the worst Hendrix album, like that Cherokee one. It's still, still worth a listen. The blues album. I never used to like the blues music at all, but then I listened to Jimi Hendrix and it really got me into the blues stuff, which is, as you can hear now, People's. It's just really good, relaxing music at night. Just put it on, really chills you out. So there's that one. This is a recent one, live at the Cafe Au Go Go in New York. It's got a brilliant version of Little Wing on here, and I'm not sure how big that cafe is because I've never been, but if it was the size of just a small cafe, and just imagine seeing Jimi Hendrix in that small place, it must have been amazing. But yeah, there you go, there's the track listings. That's not been out long, that one. I think only maybe a year or 2, that one. I'm not sure when it came out, but you can get that at the moment. It's good sound quality as well. Next up, Are You Experienced and More. So it's the regular version of How You Experience the album, and then it's, you know, rehearsal sessions on the other disc. Next up we've got the Woodstock, 2 discs. There's a single disc version of this as well. It's more of a, I think it's blue, the cover. Same picture, but instead of it being this orangey red colour, it's like a blue colour. This is also Woodstock, but it's a bootleg version. Slightly different sound quality. I don't know if it's from the same source or if it's different. I'm not too sure. It sounds different to my ears, but it could just be that it's from a tape or something. I'm not too sure. But it's obviously it's only 1 disc. I prefer that cover to that one though. I prefer the just looks better. Anyway, that's that. So that's all the CDs, and then we come to the DVDs now. It's Woodstock again. This is again, there's different versions of this that you can get in different covers. That's the official version now, obviously. Next up, Monterey. That's that. Next up we've got the Isle of Wight concert, Blue Wild Angel. It's the DVD and 2 CDs. Next up we've got the Dick Cavett Show. Great version of Machine Gun on there, if I'm remembering correctly. Next up we've got the Jimi Hendrix film, 2 disc set. It's like a documentary. It's got interviews with Pete Townsend, Eric Clapton. It's good. It's a good thing to own. I would have preferred some sort of bonus. Well, there's bonus features, but I don't know. I think they could have put more stuff on there, but it's still good. Next up, Band of Gypsies. That's the concert from the Fillmore and a documentary. Next up we've got the Rainbow Bridge film. The film's rubbish, but the Hendrix part at the end, and you can just skip straight to the Hendrix tracks. It's the film is not worth watching. It's some rubbish. But the Hendrix tracks are brilliant. So that's that. Next up we've got the classic albums. Electric Ladyland. It's just a documentary about how the album was made and things like that. You can get these. I've got a Metallica one. There's a Motorhead one. I think there's one under Who's Next. Maybe Dark Side of the Moon. All the really big successful albums in rock. You can Ace of Spades. Yeah, there's one of those. They are interesting. Interviews with the producers and, you know, any remaining band members and things like that. This is the last DVD. This is Jimi Plays Berkeley. Great stuff. And then finally, we've got this. It's a book it's a book, but it's like a comic style, well, psychedelic comic, and then it's got a CD at the end. Just says the home recordings. I've never actually listened to that. I'll just quickly skim through this. So yeah, if you like artwork and you like Jimi Hendrix, some really cool pictures in here. I don't need to show you every page, but there you go, that's that. So that's it, that's all my Hendrix stuff. I've also got another video coming up that I filmed today in Stockport. I was going to attach, edit that into this video, but I'll probably put it up separately. Just it saves me having to splice the two videos together. So yeah, that's all my Hendrix stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.